This would be an all-time steal for the Cavs if I came up with the perfect way for the Cavaliers to end their offseason with an absolute heist and sign a free agent backup center to a vet minimum deal that would almost guarantee that they make the finals next season. I'm Matt playing you with Cavs Digest here before we dive into my final plan and something that I've been questioning the Cavaliers for, but also a free agent that I've been eyeing since the start of free agency. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get to 3K subs. We grew a lot this offseason. I want to appreciate all of you guys. It's been an interesting offseason. There's been some bad, some good, but let's dive into something that I think the Cavs need, and not just should, but they need to do, at least attempt to do, before they go into next season, because this would be an all-time steal in the history of NBA free agency. That player being former Hawks, former Celtics, former Mavericks, I believe as well, Sixers center Al Horford. Recently played on the Boston Celtics the last several seasons, won an NBA championship, not this past season, but the year before with the Boston Celtics. Was just playing backup for Kristaps Porzingis, so signing him to a vet minimum to be a backup isn't something too far fetched. It would make the most sense because he just had to play backup anyway, so he would be used to that. So if you are not familiar with Al Horford, as I kind of just told you, you might remember him if you were following the Cavs in 2014, 2015. This guy was actually a part of the Hawks team that got the 1 seed, and 4 of the starters in the Atlanta Hawks, him, Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, and Paul Millsap, were all All-Stars. They had 4 players get sent to the All-Star game, and they were the 1 seed in the East, and then LeBron ended up sweeping them and the Hawks in that year of the playoffs. So just to give you some background, as well as they eliminated us from the playoffs 2 years ago. So that also is something that you might be able to remember him for, good and bad. But there's several really, really good positives to Al Horford's game, including the fact that he can stretch the floor. He's a veteran, championship winner, has been a starter, an all-star, has done so much, but it's more specifically his gameplay that makes him so good. So we're going to, first off, start this video by talking about how good Al Horford is, and we're going to talk about the situation with Al Horford and how the Cavs can acquire them or what the Cavs should do. So Al Horford, as I mentioned, is an elite defender and shooter. These are 2 things that he has done very, very well in his career. Actually, it's hard to say elite, but he's a great shooter and a great defender. He can block shots, he stretches the floor, and he is the perfect on-court fit for the Cavaliers because they can run a 5-out lineup, and when Donovan Mitchell's slashing is at an elite level, they can have a center on the court that can actually shoot the ball next to Evan Mobley. And I think that Al Horford is the perfect fit for the Cavaliers, even in the starting lineup, but because he's getting a little bit older. So due to his phenomenal defense, his phenomenal shot blocking, great shooting, all right, phenomenal is a stretch. He's really, really good at all of this stuff, at a lot of things, and it really, really fits well with the Cavs. And so let's just dive into his recent stats. 9.6 rebounds, 40% from the field and 36% from 3. Of course, there is a little bit of questioning on the efficiency, but at the end of the day, that doesn't quite matter if you were being honest. The reason I said it doesn't matter is because he's very old anyways. He's late 30s. He's contemplating retiring anyways, but you're going to get a guy that can play 28 minutes at that age. You're going to get a guy that plays good defense, that blocks shots, that is pretty efficient and can shoot the 3 as well as rebound. And he's a veteran. You get a lot out of Al Horford that would be perfect for the Cavaliers. Now, we have to talk about the realistic scenario of Al Horford. Well, the first thing to bring up is, where is he signing? So as of right now, there's been a couple things. So we know that Boston has kind of full sent everyone off their roster, and Al Horford is a part of that. Although I guess there is a chance he returns, but as of right now, it doesn't seem very, very likely. I know the Bulls and Kings have shown interest, as well as the Warriors, who have been the biggest key notice on the biggest team to keep an eye on for Al Horford, because it seems as if the Warriors are pretty sure that they have Al Horford secured. But this has been a long time overdue because they were also working on Jonathan Kuminga and trying to figure out a situation with Kuminga's extension, and it seems like the Warriors aren't going to sign Al Horford until the Jonathan Kuminga situation gets figured out. So Al Horford, as of right now, is still a free agent, and I will get into that. But here's one thing that ESPN Anthony Slater had to say. Those around the league continue to ticket Horford to the Warriors when the free agency dust ultimately settles. The Kuminga situation continues to hold up business for them, keeping Horford in a holding pattern, Slater wrote. But Horford is comfortable waiting. Retirement remains on the table, sources said. Though the Warriors appear to be operating as if he is a firm part of their plan next season, from ESPN Anthony Slater. So, the Cavs have to jump the gun. That's what this all comes down to. Because yes, the Warriors might be saying, oh, we got Al Horford. Al Horford wants to play for us. I've also heard that he wants to retire or go to the Warriors. Those are the only two options. If you're Koby Altman, why in the hell have you not just given this damn dude an offer? It makes no sense to me. The fact that Koby Altman is somewhere snoozing away and just hasn't thrown out this offer for Al Horford yet, a vet minimum, you don't have to do anything. You could just give him a call, give his agent a call. Hey, it's me, Koby Altman from the Cleveland Cavaliers, or Mike Gansey. Hey, it's me, Mike Gansey, or hey, it's me, Dan Gilbert from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we're interested in Al Horford. We're a second April team. We can offer you the vet minimum. Let me know if you would like to come here. Bang, hang up the phone. How hard is that to do? Because this is the best free agent center, or one of the best, for the backup center position, and someone that's actually valued at a vet minimum. I mean, maybe a little higher, but I don't understand why Koby Altman just doesn't offer this guy something. There's Thomas Bryant, there's Charles Bassey, but this guy is the better fit than everyone else because he can stretch the floor. He brings that veteran leadership, and I'm really, really contemplating, the fact that Larry Nance might be the backup center next year. You have Dean Wade at the backup 4. Nah, I'm cool, bro. I'm sorry, I'm cool, guys. I would love to see Nance at the backup 4, where he belongs, or just there on late at the end of the bench. Al Horford can play 25 minutes a game as a backup. That is the best backup center possible for the Cavaliers. And Koby Altman, Mike Gansey, Dan Gilbert, whoever is in charge of making these calls needs to make the call. And it's also funny because I talked about Al Horford, and then I saw this tweet from Dylan Dillybar 2145. Where were you when Al Horford? And it's him in a Cavs jersey. And I saw that, and I was already talking about how I want to make this video. And then I saw this, and I was like, wow, other people feel the same way, because we have to anticipate the fact that the Cavaliers are not going to be signing anyone that really, really fits well for them. They're not probably just going to go sign Seth Curry. They're probably going to sign some random guard. They're not going to sign a backup center, and it sucks. And Koby Altman just got extended this year. Koby Altman got extended this year, guys. I don't understand why Koby Altman can't pull the trigger on guys like Al Horford. Or, maybe I don't know enough about basketball general management, but how in the hell can you not just call somebody and be like, hey, we want to offer him a contract? Because that would have been one of the first things I did before Larry Nance, to be honest. The Cavs just seem like they want to run it back with no changes, and that's not going to work. Because that backup center thing needs to happen. You need to have someone that can play close to Jarrett Allen's minutes. Maybe not as much, but 15 less minutes than Jarrett Allen. If Jarrett Allen plays 38, Al Horford plays 20, I'm cool with it. That would make perfect sense. But that's a little bit of a rant at the end. Let me know how you guys feel about Al Horford, who I think would be the perfect signing and would be the biggest steal in the free agency this year. I think Al Horford is incredible. I think he's a perfect fit. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching Cavs Digest here. I'm your host, Matt Palangi. Comment on this video how you feel. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. And thank you guys for joining me here on Cavs Digest.